Drummers, musicians, music aficionados, drum teacher Tim Connolly is here today with a follow-up lesson on the Freestroke. I've had some requests from some of my awesome viewers for the Freestroke and the molar stroke demonstrated on the drum kit, which I'm totally prepared to do, and that's exactly how I play, is utilizing the Freestroke, molar stroke in combination, of course, with the Billy Gladstone finger technique. So I'm going to do that in 3 stages. So I'm going to do the Freestroke first. We're going to go over it on the pad, then we're going to hit to the drum kit and see it in action. So let's review quickly on the pad. So we're throwing from this position here, and we're letting the stick hit the pad and bounce back. So it's only a down motion. There's absolutely no pull in this motion. It is just completely and utterly a bounce. Okay? So I'm freely allowing the stick to move. Now let me demonstrate what absolute freedom is. Absolute freedom is when I do exercise for the Freestroke, and you can see how that stick bounces back. And notice how that's all I'm doing. It's the Bruce Lee one inch punch, basically, for drums. I'm generating a ton of power, but barely doing anything. And how am I doing that? Because I'm utilizing the bounce of the Freestroke. That's vitally important. Now, obviously, you're not playing and coming all the way back like this, but this is to demonstrate the circular motion of where the sticks would go if they weren't actually in your hands. If they were to fly out of your hands, if you're doing this properly, it's going to go like that. Now, obviously we don't want it to fly out of our hands, but you can see that is the full circular motion. Okay? So, the grip, that's how I'm holding the sticks. Very loose. So we've got the full stroke, or the Freestroke in the full stroke position, the Freestroke in the half stroke position, and the Freestroke in the low stroke position. So we've got 3 levels. Okay? All right, let's take this to the drum kit and get it going. Yeah. Okay, so here we are at the drum kit, and I'm going to demonstrate this a little bit on the hi-hat, a little bit on the ride, and a little bit on the toms. Okay, of course the snare drum, obviously. So what we're doing when we're doing the Freestroke and applying it is the same thing we did on the pad. We're letting the stick hit and bounce up. But the key is that there's no effort involved. So we're not going to get tired. That's the thing. Drummers that are hammering down on the drums, hammering the cymbals, the ride, the hi-hats, whatever, they're working too hard. The Freestroke, the molar stroke, the Billy Gladstone technique, these techniques allow you to understand body ergonomics in combination with body movement, in combination with stick movement. So you'll notice that I don't move a lot. Now, there are some great drummers out there that move around a lot, and I love the way they play. Tommy Aldridge, Tommy Clufetones, I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name, plays with Black Sabbath anyways. I mean, I love the way these guys play. They're very flamboyant, and they're very, very movement oriented. But for this technique, what I'm showing, there's not a lot of movement involved. There's movement of the stick, but there's not a lot of energy being generated by the drummer to get the stick to move, all right? So what I'm gonna do is, I'm literally just gonna play a few grooves and break down afterwards the movement of those grooves, okay? Let's get to it. Okay, so let's talk about the movement now. What I'm doing when I move around the drum kit or hit the snare is I'm coming from a high place to a low place. Now you don't have to hit the drums hard if you're coming from a high place already. Now, like I said, some guys, they wind up and they do the huge, big, full molar stroke, and that's awesome. But for our purposes today with the Freestroke, we're gonna do a velocity stroke, which means we're creating speed and or volume using velocity, not muscle. So the bounce of the stick from here is creating the volume versus the bounce of the stick here. So that is the key element in all of this, is velocity of the stroke, okay? Now the other thing is, you'll notice when I was playing, when I'm moving around the kit, I'm coming from a high place to a low place. What a lot of guys do is they come from a low place to a low place. They go like this. And ideally, you're getting zero bounce from the drum. The key is you get the hi-hats, the ride, the cymbals, the drums, you get them to work in conjunction with your body movements. So if we move from a low place to a high place and hit the drum is going to respond with a bounce. That bounce we then control, and that's how we generate speed and movement that's clean and smooth around the drum kit. All right. Thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Check out my, I got a couple ads on YouTube now. See if you run across them and check them out. Keep drumming. See you later. Take care.